If you don't know, you should know. There's been a major announcement that will shake and change the game and landscape for digital products. And that is the announcement of I.O. I.O. has been announced as the new company that's being formed by Sam Altman and Jony Ivy. Now, as you know, Sam, the founder, the creator, the great mind behind OpenAI, he's looking at a world that AI, artificial intelligence, large language models, and all of this new technology is becoming the forefront and the game changer for us as we know it. You know, the Y2K scare and Web 2.0, as well as Web 3.0 with the democratization of currency, cryptocurrency, distributed use, and all of these things that have been disrupting industries, especially the web. Looking at how AI is changing how we work, how we execute on tasks, and how it ties into this sort of humanistic approach and being intuitive for our actions. And that right there is game changing in and of itself. And then you bring on one of the masterminds, one of the most legendary individuals that has had his hands in building products for more than a decade that we've been using still to this day. That's Jony Ivy. He is the mastermind behind some of Apple's most fantastic products that we've been using for more than decades. We're talking Apple iPhone, the MacBook Pro, and so many other products, iPad, and all of those things that go into the family of products for Apple. Time and time again, he's been innovating on products and offering their consumers more than what they even knew they needed. And that speaks not only to the way he thinks, but also his desire to cater to the audience and keep pushing innovation forward. Now, these two great minds are now coming together to now create individual products for AI models. Now, Jony kind of did his own thing with creating physical products in the manufacturing space with an agency and a company he built Love From. This is with Tang Tan and a few other creatives and engineers and just brilliant minds, bringing them together to create these exclusive products. And from that lens and working with these great minds, he's been crafting physical consumer hardware products over time. And some of them have been used by Sam. And thinking of ways to bring those two together, this partnership, this deal was announced. Now, we haven't even talked about the revenue on it. We haven't even talked about the numbers on it. $6.5 billion deal. Now, that is wild. But it allows Sam to be exclusive to any of the physical devices and hardware that the team with Jony produces. Now that says a lot about how much Sam values that technology, values that innovation and the team as a whole, but also we're going to start to see products that are built exclusively from and for AI models. And that's exciting. Checking out the website they presented, it scratches the surface of two things. One, their shared love for one another. I believe that the image of the two of them together is more reminiscent of Step Brothers movie, you know, but even in the video that speaks on this announcement, it had a slight bromance to it, you know, shared values and camaraderie amongst both of them. But then it also talked about how there are physical products. There are things in the works and have been built and tested amongst the two. And so that is amazing. That gets me excited for the future. One, as a designer, we're looking at things start to develop in a new way to design for people. And then as AI starts to become the forefront technology of things, in its intuitive nature, it can't take the place of human, but it's thinking intuitively like it. And I'm excited to see the space in which design for physical products that are being developed on behalf of it, where that takes shape, where that takes form. And as product designers, we'll start to see different ways of designing things, spatial constraints, environmental constraints, devices for that matter. And all of this is that new sort of evolving level of technology that I signed up for. And in looking at the video too, they talk more about a shared love for San Francisco. The backdrop of this cafe is set in San Francisco, where that has been the largest hub for software, for SaaS products, for startups. And that ecosystem is exciting. It's like invigorating. And it gets you in this mindset to be a part of that sort of paradigm. And that right there can awaken anyone's innovation and imagination to do more, to be a part of that. I've built software and designed different experiences for companies that were startups out of that space. I've never lived there, but just visiting is refreshing. It's exciting. And when you're in that new startup environment, you get all of the feels of where this could go. As someone who is an engineer by education and trade, who've actually built physical hardware products that is now building more software from an engineering perspective, I love the synergy between physical and digital products, and looking forward to what this chapter, what this announcement, and what this merger could bring, valued at 6.5 billion with a B. That's just unreal. I'd love to understand what you think. Is this about to change how we see products, how we use technology and AI as a whole? Or do you think it's all early hype, reviving some things or putting out products that maybe early adopters aren't for, or that bomb entirely? I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, your life has color, so make sure to design it that way. And if you know anything else or want to cover any more topics, I'm here for it. Let's do it. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.